Yo, what's up YouTube? James back here and welcome back to another episode of VGC 2020 Baek Battles. Today we have a brand new team, and this team, we'll see how it goes. We got Gmax, Alcremie, Gyarados, Virizion, Indeedee, Salazzle, and Bishop. If you haven't checked out the previous episodes, highly recommend go checking them out as always. And yeah, if you do want to try out this team alongside me, there is a rental code of the team as well as a placement of the team available in the description. 2 weeks though, time limit, so make sure you grab rental code while you can. Otherwise, a few announcements before this video starts. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to leave a like down below and leave a comment down below. It really does help out myself, the channel, and the YouTube algorithm. So if you do enjoy these videos and want to help out, be sure to leave a like down below and leave a comment down below. Always appreciated. Otherwise, you can check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JamesWBeck, and my second YouTube channel listed down below in the description. If you want more action from myself, I do live stream VGC as well as some variety games on my Twitch channel with an awesome community. I usually chat a lot, so yeah, come hang out and have a good time. And you can check out my second YouTube channel in case you missed some of the streams and want to see some highlights or want to see new original content that I do have planned in the future. Otherwise, let's get started with today's episode. So today's common question of today, since we have Alcremie, is what is your favorite kind of sweet snack slash dessert? I mean, for me, I liked sweets as a kid. I'm not a big sweet tooth guy though recently. I mean, I do like sweets, don't get me wrong. I still like a good sweet here and there. But really, I'm not a huge fan. I'm just not like a huge sweet eater anymore. I'll have it and I'll enjoy it, but like, it's probably not my favorite. I'm more of a savory kind of person. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. I do like good ice cream. I do like a lot of snacks. Pocky's probably my favorite. But yeah, you might have noticed I've already played a few games because I've been trying to test out this team. They didn't exactly go great. Great Ball tier is kind of a wild ride. I do say this, but I think Great Ball tier, when players ask me, usually on Twitch, like, how do I get out of Great Ball tier? I'm like, Great Ball is a wild ride. It actually can be hard in Master Ball tier sometimes. Like, it actually can be. Like, it's just wild. Like, sometimes you see, like, legitimate strategies to see in Master Ball tier, or sometimes you'll see just the wildest things you just like never expect. And yeah, let me know your favorite sweets in the comment section down below. We got Joel as our first opponent with the team of Raichu, Rillaboom, Pinchurchin or Pinchurchin, I don't know how you spell it, pronounce it. We got Cinderace, Indeedee, and Togekiss. Okay, so a Rising Voltage team. I'm assuming it's going to be Choice Specs or at least Life Orb on the Raichu. It doesn't do damage otherwise. Okay, I really weak to Psychic actually, but I do have a Bisharp with Sucker Punch. Although the Raichu can be threatening potentially. I like Garrett. Okay, there's a lot of things that could go wrong here, so I gotta figure out exactly what I want to do here. So I really do like Gyarados. It beats everything besides the Raichu and the Pinchurchin. So what is my best lead here? I think it's gonna be Gyarados Bishop potentially. I think that is the key here. Yeah, I'm gonna go Gyarados Bishop. I'm not a huge fan of Virizion in this matchup. It doesn't do much work here. I do like Salazzle potentially. With Sludge Wave does hurt my opponent's team a lot. And maybe Alcremie in the back. But I could see myself bringing Indeedee for Follow Me redirection too. And terrain change, which could be nice. You know what? I'm going to bring this to Salazzle. Let's see how this is going to go. I'm not exactly too sure of how this matchup is because I think it really depends. Because if they go to Raichu mode, I'm going to be playing a terrain mine game. But if they go to Cinderace mode, it's probably a lot more straightforward than I feel. So we'll see how this goes. Don't know what my opponent's going to bring here. Probably, I don't know. They either lead the Pinchurchin or anything else. It's Cinderace really though. Okay, that's not too bad. So I will be able to get Intimidate off into both of these Pokemon, and I will be able to put on pressure right away. So do get the Intimidate off with both of these Pokemon, which is really good here. I think I'll go for the Airstream right away into the Rillaboom. There's not really a safe switch in for Max Airstream here onto my opponent. And I'm liking Bishop switching out here because I don't want to take a Max Knuckle. I could go on a Salazzle. I could go into Salazzle or I could go into Alcremie. Both kind of work. Maybe I should just go for the Max Airstream though into the... Actually, no. They don't Max Knuckle, right? Because if I Airstream Cinderace, that's really bad, right? So they would Fire move if anything. So maybe it's just better to go for the Airstream into Cinderace and actually just go out into Salazzle. They might also Airstream themselves into the Gyarados slot, which I think is fine. But I do like having Bishop saved because, again, the Raichu could be a little bit annoying. So I'll bring in Salazzle right here. We see the Rillaboom retreat, which I'm not surprised about. Pinchurchin. Yeah, Pinchurchin is fine. And then I'm guessing it's a Dynamax from the what's it called? The Cinderace here. So this is fine. This actually works out a lot in my favor because I get a good hit into Cinderace. And they are going to Dynamax, which is perfect. So let's see if it's going to be the Fire move, the Airstream, or potentially they could go for Knuckle, but I really just don't see it. Gigantamax Cinderace. Okay, so they can change the weather. Okay. And let's see what they go for. After I Dynamax. So I feel like I don't know who's going to sweep in the end game. I have options. Today Knuckle, I'm in an amazing spot. Am I? No, I am. Because I can fake out Raichu and just Quake. Yeah. So let's see. Going to be Airstream. Okay, that's fine. I think it's into Gyarados. It could be into Bishop to try to break a Focus Sash if I had it. It's in the Gyarados, so okay, that's perfect. Alright, so I don't take too much there because of the Intimidate, and I will be able to get a big hit off into their Cinderace, which is really nice. Life Orb chip as well. We will be able to get an Airstream off. Yeah, big damage in their Cinderace. The following turn's a little bit tricky, but I think we should still be fine. I think I just go for another Airstream in the Cinderace, and I just fake out the Pinchurchin because it can't go for an attack here. They could switch out they could switch out theoretically. They could go out into their Indeedee, but I don't think that's a play that they're going to make here. So fake out into Pinchurchin, get a little bit of chip. And we're going to see another Airstream come out, which is completely fine. Into the Gyarados once again. Doesn't crit, which is good. And I will be able to get a big Airstream off. Knock out their Dynamax Pokemon, which is pretty good. So, not a bad turn here. Cinderace, Dynamax is pretty much gone. Here comes the Citrus Berry 2 to recover. So, I should be able to live a Grassy Glide from the Rillaboom, which is also a big key factor, unless they're Choice Banded. So, Airstream comes out. Knocks out the Cinderace. Not surprised. And yeah. We are in a good spot. We're at +2 speed with both Pokemon. And I do have Quake on my Gyarados. So I'm really liking my spot right here. As the Pinchurchin goes down. I mean, the Cinderace goes down. I guess if they have Raichu, it gets interesting. But like Sucker Punch will threaten the Raichu. So I'm not that worried about it. Let's see who they're bringing out. It is a Raichu. Okay. Gyarados kind of did your work. So yeah, because I don't need the Gyarados anymore. So I'm actually just going to go for the Quake here, sacrifice it, and I'm going to go for the Sludge Wave to break Sashes. Yeah, I like that play. Because if they try to read this, like, try to make it any unnecessary read and, like, double to Salazzle, expecting, like, Gyarados Max Guard or switch out, this ends up working in my favor immensely. So I'd rather just get the Sludge Wave damage off. Have Bisharp put on a lot of pressure towards the end. Yeah, I like that. Sludge Wave. I also outspeed the Raichu, which is actually amazing. I get the poison on Pinchurchin, which is nice. We're going to see the rising voltage into, looks like the Salazzle, so they did, I think, overextend it. So that's perfect, as I am able to knock out the Pinchurchin here with the Max Quake. And this is amazing for me, actually, because I am going to be able to pick up a knockout into the Pinchurchin. Pinchurchin goes down, and that's amazing for me, because now we do get a Spadette boost, but that doesn't change anything. Because we're at super low HP regardless. Pinchurchin goes down and they can go Rillaboom. But if they go Rillaboom, they can only pick one target to knock out. So I'm feeling pretty good about our spot. It's going to be the Rillaboom coming out. I think I just double up into Raichu with Flamethrower plus Waterfall. Because I'll knock out the Raichu with either move, I think. Let's see. How much was the Raichu at? I think it's at 60%, which means Flamethrower should KO. Yeah. And what's nice is actually they can only target one and outspeed one. So Rillaboom can choose to fake out Salazzle or Grassy Glide to Gyarados, but my Salazzle will outspeed and knock out the Raichu no matter what. And Raichu, I'm assuming, doesn't have Protect. If it does, doesn't change too much. Pressy fake out though into the Salazzle, so that's perfect. So Salazzle does go down here. Completely fine. As we will get a waterfall off into the Raichu slot, so Raichu will go down here. Perfect. And I'm feeling pretty good about our spot. I'm liking... What do I go out here into? I like probably the Alcremie. Although Bishop could be really good and just go for an Iron Head. Yeah, I'm gonna go Alcremie. Yeah, I think Alcremie is fine. I don't think it matters too much because I feel like that there's no really benefit of either, realistically. So I'm gonna bounce, not Earthquake, the Rillaboom. And question is, do I go for Gleam or Mystical Fire here? It could be Policy on Rillaboom. It's very unlikely, but I'd rather avoid it if possible. So I'm gonna Gleam and bounce. They had to Grassy Glide one of my slots, but yeah. But they target Gyarados. That's pretty much what he had to, which is fine. Gets a critical hit, doesn't really change anything. And Dazzling Gleam the Rillaboom slot for a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage. I wonder if they're choice banded. Gonna go Bisharp here, and I'm actually gonna double protect because I kind of want to stall out the grassy terrain. I think. Yeah, I do want to stall out the grassy terrain. Actually, can I? Yeah. So I double protect here, stall out the grassy terrain. I really doubt the Rillaboom has a setup move or would go for it in this situation. And afterward, he can no longer have priority with Grassy Glide to stall out Sucker Punch. So yeah, double protect here. They might get healing, but that's fine. I don't think it changes anything. Goes for superpower. Okay, so it's not choice banded. That's good to know. I'm gonna go for the Iron Head here into the Rillaboom, and I'm gonna go for the Dazzling Gleam once again. I don't think, well, it's not Assault Vest, and I don't want to proc this policy. If they superpower, it's fine because they get a -1 attack, and then afterward, like, we're in a really good spot. Yeah. So they Grassy Glide my Alcremie. Doesn't even knock out Alcremie actually. So I am gonna be able to get an Iron Head and a Dazzling Gleam, and that will finish off the Rillaboom. So that's really nice actually. Alcremie coming in and finishing out the Rillaboom. So that's nice. If they superpowered there, like, the reason I didn't want Sucker Punch is, one, I don't know who's faster between the Rillaboom, because if it's a fast Rillaboom, Grassy Glides my Alcremie. Let's say it knocks it out. I'm in a weird spot if I Sucker Punch, because again, they could have superpower, high horsepower, which I was worried about. So yeah, it ends up working perfectly. So nice. It is Choice Specs Raichu, not surprised. We see it's a Miracle Seed on the Rillaboom. Okay, surprised that didn't knock out Alcremie actually. That's awesome. It's not max attack though. Okay. Rising Voltage Venoshock Assault Vest Pinchurchin. Okay. The Life Orb Cinderace that we saw. The Standard Psychic Seed NDD and Scope Lens Togekiss. Okay. So it felt pretty good of what we had there. I felt like we played really well. We were able to basically, again, it was going to be a terrain war, what I had to really expect there from my opponent. And luckily, we were able to get the right reads, especially with the Gyarados being able to knock out the Pinchurchin for them overextending and trying to KO the Salazzle. Or maybe they were just trying to open up for a Rillaboom endgame, but luckily they weren't able to. I guess if they Sucker Punch Rising Voltage, it would have been interesting, but even if they did that, I think it would have been fine, because I could go into my Bisharp afterward. We got Quinton. This is an interesting team. We have Blastoise. Yeah, we have Blastoise, Comfey, Talonflame, Marowak, NDD, and Rillaboom. Okay, so it's probably weakness policy on the Blastoise. Yeah, I think it has to be weakness policy on the Blastoise. Okay. This is interesting because the matchup's strange. I like Salazzle, I think, with Virizion here, because I think Salazzle NDD just, Salazzle Virizion just allows me to put on pressure, because, like, what do they have for, like, the Virizion? They really don't have much. Talonflame, which I can block with the Psychic Terrain from NDD, and Salazzle can just do a ton of work with Fake Out pressure and the beat up situation. So I like that. I like Gyarados in the back for the Intimidate, and I like NDD in the back. Bisharp doesn't do too much. Alcremie, unfortunately, it's not that bad, but it gets out pressured by the Blastoise. It would be good otherwise. So yeah, I'll bring these four, I think. And I think they're the most solid that I can bring in this game. Because I'm trying to think of what else that I could bring. But I don't really like any of the Pokemon. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Like, I think just Salazzle Virizion's a good lead because it is able to fake out the Talonflame. It's able to beat up if they don't lead Talonflame. And I could always switch out to Entity if I'm that worried about Talon. So yeah, I just don't see a reason not to. If they go to Comfey mode, I just beat up and get a KO. Or I can even fake out the... Oh, I wouldn't fake... Would I fake out? Nah, I wouldn't fake out the Comfey because they could go for the side Giga Drain. Blastoise Entity, okay. So is it Shell Smash? Maybe Shell Smash. Okay. Side Shell Smash could be tough. But they can't Brave Bird me with Talonflame, which is actually pretty huge. I could Airstream and Flamethrower. Maybe that's the play. Because this leads Scream Shell Smash, right? Yeah, I feel like that this lead screams it. So I'm going to double up the Entity with Airstream plus Flamethrower because I think you have to follow me in this situation. If you don't, you would open yourself to beat up, and I don't think that's optimal. Getting the speed boost, I think, is really important here. So let's see. Bring out the Max Virizion. Let's see if this is able to put in work, though. Because Virizion is still not that powerful. We're gonna see Dynamax right away. Is this the Entity? There's no way. There's no way this is the... Is this Blastoise or the Entity? Oh boy, it is the Blastoise. Okay. So they went straight for it. They have to follow me, right? They gotta know about beat up. Unless maybe they don't. Salazzle does... Not many players know Salazzle has it. They have to follow me though, right? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. As we will get a Flamethrower off into the Entity, which will do an okay amount of damage. That does a really good amount, actually. Airstream probably won't pick up a knockout, but at least we get a speed boost, which is pretty clutch. Oh, we actually do knock out the Entity. Is that frail, or we probably crit, right? Oh, no crit even. Okay. I'm able to knock out the Entity, which is kind of nice. It's not the best situation in the world, but it's not that bad. We're gonna see Cannade come out. Okay. So Salazzle's going down, and we will be taking the Cannade damage, but I don't think that's bad at all. Yeah, I don't think that's bad at all. So Salazzle goes down. I probably just get to go Gyarados here. Or I could go Entity and get a light screen off. Both kind of work. I'm trying to think. What did they have? Marowak. They had Marowak, Talonflame. I'm trying to remember the last one. Was it Incineroar? It might have been Incineroar. I think Gyarados is fine. I get Intimidate off, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Talonflame coming out. Yeah, Talonflame comes out. So the question is, what do I want to do? Because I can max Knuckle the Blastoise slot. I can go for an Airstream once again. I have like a lot of plays that I can make. They could Will-O-Wisp, but that's if they have it. Oh yeah, Rillaboom was the last Pokemon. Okay. They really can't threaten Virizion though. That's the thing. Do I just bounce the Talonflame and Rockfall? That might be the optimal play. But if it is weak to Policy Blastoise, I'm worried about them getting it up in the late game. Maybe the play is actually just the Airstream, the Blastoise, and Dragon Dance, because the Talonflame, again, can't Brave Bird yet because of Psychic Terrain. So I think they forgot about that. So I am going to be able to get an Airstream off into the Blastoise, which is pretty huge. Getting that Airstream is pretty nice. Okay. I'm going to be +2 with my Virizion. That's amazing. Dragon Dance will go off with the Gyarados. So, okay, this is looking pretty good. I wonder what they're going to go for. Hailstorm. Oh, they Hailstorm. Well, actually, no, they Hailstorm. It's fine because they don't get priority anymore. Yeah, they Hailstorm. That's perfectly fine. Actually, this play could have lost if they Hailstorm Tailwind, because then they would have been able to break their Gale Wings And yeah, they would have been able to break their Gale-Wing. So actually Waterfall was the play. I should have just let Comfey in. Yeah. Because now they don't have priority, but yeah, this is still a little bit awkward. Okay. As Virizion's taking a lot of chip, but it's fine. I'm gonna go for the Dragon Dance once again. And I'm gonna go for a Rockfall here. Actually, no, the Talonflame can outspeed my Gyarados. I can get a Waterfall off very easily. And I think I'm just gonna max Knuckle, I think, just to increase the damage output that I have. Yeah, I like that play. I do like that play. Because then I could probably knock out the Blastoise with Leaf Blade in the next turn. So max Knuckle into the Blastoise. We are going to be able to get some chip. Virizion might be coming in clutch. Waterfall should be able to knock out the Talonflame. Yeah. So we are able to knock out Talonflame. A goodbye Talonflame. Ah, man, I keep thinking if the Hailstorm Tailwind, it could have been really bad for us. But luckily they didn't. Hailstorm comes out once again. Is in the Virizion? Yeah. Okay. Which is fine. Because I'm trying to figure out about their last Pokemon. I guess if it's Rillaboom, the game could change. But I do have Bounce on the Gyarados. And I have Indeedee. I could switch in. I'm not that worried. Because even if they have Grassy Glide Pressure, I could just go for the Leaf Blade and switch out into my Indeedee. So let's see. Marowak. That was not the last Pokemon I expected. I was preparing for Comfey endgame this entire time. Oh boy, that's amazing for me because now I get to just click Waterfall into the Marowak and I get to go for the Leaf Blade into Blastoise. And yeah, that should 100% win. These Pokemon don't get priority moves. They could Ally Switch, but I don't think Ally Switch changes anything at this point. The Blastoise is not weakness policyed up, so it's not doing damage to me. So yeah. Feeling pretty good about our spot. Leaf Blade should just be able to KO the Blastoise, and Waterfall should just be able to knock out the Marowak, and that's going to be a good game. I don't see what else they can really do. Yeah, I just can't see it. They go for Detect with the Marowak. Aqua Jet won't KO my Virizion at this range. Also, the Psychic Terrain's on the field, so we are able to knock out the Blastoise. Oh yeah, even if they have priority, Psychic Terrain was still on the field. Ooh. That was close. That was close. But I think Gyarados actually was able to win this. Even if, let's say, even if the Hailstorm came out in the Tailwind, I think Gyarados was actually still able to win because I don't think they had enough pressure against the Gyarados. Did they not have Protect on Blastoise? Virizion knocks out, but that's fine. Because yeah, I just don't think they had enough pressure against Citrus Berry Gyarados. Especially since I could have brought out Indeedee if Virizion fainted and then like I just Waterfall everything to his team. Blastoise not putting enough pressure into my Gyarados combined with Indeedee. So yeah, I think I would have been fine regardless. If it was a different Pokemon, maybe like Rillaboom for instance. But yeah, this game's 100% over because I get to go for Expanding Force Waterfall. And Waterfall will be able to seal the game. Because we're at +2. Yeah, Marowak goes down, and that is going to be a good game. So I hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2020 Baek Battles. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like down below, show support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the sizes of my channel, and more. If you want to try out this team, once again, there is a rental code of the team as well as a placement listed down below in the description. The rental code is only available for 2 weeks though, so make sure you grab it while you can. And if you want to go an extra mile to support my content, there is my Patreon page listed down below in the description. But there are free ways to support me by leaving a like on this video, leave a comment down below, and sharing this video with your friends. All free ways to support me, and they really do help. And just by watching this video, you're helping me out. So thank you so much for watching. You can also check out my Twitch channel, as I mentioned before, as well as my second YouTube channel, which you can check out. Listed down below. You can come hang out with me and my awesome community, watch me play variety games, and chat. Otherwise, you can also check out my community Discord where we do a lot of VGC stuff, team building, some other discussions. It's a really fun time, so why not go check it out? Link in the description down below. Otherwise, yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. I'm hoping we get to go Gmax Alcremie in a couple of these battles because I didn't really get it off that much, I think, during my couple of battles that I did with the team. But yeah, hopefully we can show off a giant slice of cake. But yeah, have a great day, people. And until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.